Watching the Freakopotamus podcast with The Real Russell. All things R&B, funk, soul, and Prince. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Freakopotamus podcast. You ready for some R&B, funk, soul, and Prince? Let's go. And now, your host, The Real Russell.
Thanks for joining, those of you who are here. And my special guest is back. All right, let me lower the music one quick second as I introduce somebody that you guys should all know and love. Those of you in the purple circle, would you please welcome the one and only Miss Robin Power Royalty.
Hi, everyone.
How's
it going? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate you.
What are you going to do today? What special thing are you going to do?
Well, you know what? Today is actually not my actual birthday. My actual birthday was 2 days ago.
Okay.
On the 2nd, so I've done everything.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, I was out of town. I was down in St. Augustine, Florida, on my actual birthday.
Okay.
Celebrating there, one of my favorite locations. And so I couldn't do a live stream then, but I wanted to do something when I got back. So here we are.
Thank you for inviting me. I feel honored to be a part of your birthday party.
Oh, I really appreciate it. You know, you and I have been talking about bringing you on for a while, and what a perfect time.
Yes, it is, definitely.
Yeah, so what have you been up to lately, man?
I've been up to a lot, actually. Let me see. Where should I start? First of all, I would like all the listeners to Google Robin Power Royal, number one. Number two, it will lead you to all of my social media, Instagram, all that good stuff, and you will be able to follow me on my journey and everything that I'm doing. And I am also working on my fashion line. It's called the Urban Jungle Collection. Ironically, I actually have one of my pieces right here. This is called Red Lion Wear, and I have Chocolate Tiger Wear. This is a cozy dip, cozy drip. Nice fleece, winter stuff, t-shirts, jeans. So I have my own fashion line. Of course, I do music. When you Google me, it will lead you to YouTube channels and X and all the different Spotify, Apple. I'm on all those different streaming platforms my music is. So I've been very busy. Plus keeping up with my TikToks and all that great stuff.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're staying active, man. A lot of people from the purple circle, they disappear and we don't know what's going on in their lives, but I'm glad you're still out there doing it.
The purple circle.
Yeah, the purple circle.
Look, I never left. I have over 800 videos on YouTube.
Okay.
I make music consistently. I am very consistent. I post every day, at least 3 videos a day. Right. Everything that you see is current. I also have my own IMVU. So I have my own universe on IMVU. If you're a gamer, you want to go to IMVU, which is do you know about IMVU?
I don't. Is that similar to Twitch?
No, you need to. Can you Google that while you're right here with me? IMVU is actually, to me, it's like the metaverse in a way that you can create unlimited amount of characters that live out their own reality via IMVU. It's like Sims, but better, way, 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 way better.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it is every single person that you're interacting with, usually there's someone, a real human behind that individual. And I am the owner. Chocolate Tiger is my alter ego. And I'm the owner of my own line of strip clubs, Egyptian strip clubs and casinos on IMVU. And my character, my alter ego is a demon slayer.
Hmm.
So she kind of opened these extravagant places to lure in some lower vibrational energies to take them out as a demon slayer in the strip club, gambling world.
Okay.
So her storyline has been evolving, and it's a lot of fun. So you can actually come on, you can make your own character that looks exactly like you, or fantasy character, whatever you like to do, and you can
Hmm.
follow me, and then I'd invite you to come to my clubs and come on my boat and come on my island. Basically, to me, it's creative visualization. So I'm just creating the reality that I'm going to live in very soon, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I'll definitely
So
have to check that out. That's the first
it's
time.
so much fun.
Okay. Awesome. So as far as your fashion line, do you you said you design them yourself? Do you like make them yourself?
I design them and I make them myself. Yes,
Okay.
not the actual garments. It's the logo.
Okay.
So this logo of any color or size can go on everything. It could go on anything from socks to barrettes. It can go on jackets. It can go on leather. It can go on jeans. It can go on.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like Nike. You know how Nike's on everything.
Yeah.
So chocolate tiger and red lion are going to be on everything, and I'm working on a new line called Agape Love, and then I have another one called Cozy Drip, not Cozy Dip, Cozy Drip. So those are two of the ones that I'm currently working on. And when you go to my Instagram or you go to my TikTok, which is at Power Royal One, you'll get to see like something that I was just working on last night for my Agape Love line, which is Egyptian Onks. Yeah, that's the Agape Love.
Okay. Cool. Very nice.
Definitely. So
So
tell me more about you. Like, how did you come about being a Prince fan? It's your birthday, so I'm going to interview you. How about we're going to change the table around a little bit.
okay.
So tell me about how you became a Prince fan, how you learned about me, and what is it that, okay, let me listen. I'm going to listen. Give me a second. What is it about Prince that truly inspired you to continue uh, honoring the legacy?
Well, Prince is the greatest of all time, and I've always admired his work ethic. He's the hardest working man in show business, as far as I'm concerned, and he strived to be the best, and he was the best. So that's what I try to live by. Um, I just want to be able to achieve all the things that I want to achieve in the way that he did so. I mean, he was 24/7 music,
Hmm.
and I became a Prince fan early on in my life. I was probably about 13, 14, and what drew me in was the Controversy album. When I was
Okay,
about,
that's ironic. That's my favorite album.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, very underrated, man. You know, but that's what drew me in at 14, and I've been a fan ever since. And
Okay. I became a fan at 13.
did you?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll find a lot of Prince fans really discovered him in their preteen age, which is very interesting because I think it helped us to evolve our sexuality
Yeah.
at a younger age. But the music kind of I don't know, catered in to what was about to happen to us as teenagers sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely was a sex educator for a lot of us. Probably a lot of us way before we should have been educated.
What's
But
your favorite Prince song?
oh my God, you know how many Prince songs there are to choose from,
Just
man.
pick one. Come on. We know,
Oh
we
man.
know, we know, we know all that. Just like if you were at a party and somebody and they said, "Oh, they're gonna play Prince," what would be the first song? You'd be like, "Yo, play this."
You know what? I think is probably the funkiest Prince song in my opinion would be "Let's Work" off the Controversy album. Man.
That's what. Yeah.
It's so funky, that bass line.
Okay. Yeah, that would be a great party starter for sure. Okay, so if you were about to make love to your significant other, what would be the song that you would pull out of the hat? per se?
You got to go with Adore on that one.
Which one? Adore?
Adore, yeah,
Adore is absolutely beautiful. You
yeah.
do know that I'm the inspiration for Insatiable, right?
I did not know that.
You did not know that. I
I did not
actually
know.
inspired quite a few songs with Prince, but Insatiable was written specifically for me. Yes.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and check out the lyrics. I mean, I know the lyrics.
Uh, yeah, that's one of the more provocative songs, definitely. So I'm pretty, taken aback, and I so appreciate that gift of that song. It means a lot to me. I am also the inspiration for Get Off.
23 positions in a one night stand.
Butterscotch curly hair, wish she has some drawers on. Should have
Yeah,
known she was a stone freak to the bone.
yeah.
Okay, well, hi, butterscotch curly hair. No, but the thing about Get Off, I'd like to tell you a story about that. So, do you want to hear a Prince story?
Absolutely.
Okay, Prince and I were in a club in Los Angeles. We were sitting up, of course, in the VIP section upstairs, chilling in the VIP, watching everybody dancing, having a fabulous time. And as always, I always spoke my mind with Prince. I did not sugarcoat things. I was very honest. I've always been honest, pretty much bluntly honest with anyone that I deal with because I don't want people to misconstrue my intentions. I said it, I meant it, and that's how I feel, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I was talking to Prince and I just casually said, you're losing your Black audience. And Prince, now think about this. Me telling Prince he's losing his Black audience. He stops and he just looks at me and he says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You're losing your Black audience." I said, "I talked to a lot of people, different people about your music and people, we were in the Graffiti Bridge era. Remember now, we're in the Graffiti Bridge era around that time when
1990.
he's expressing in Graffiti Bridge that people aren't feeling his music.
Yeah,
Okay. So we're
yeah.
in that era. Right. But it was after Graffiti Bridge. It was after
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So I was explaining to him that people were saying, or some people were saying that I guess, they were not feeling his vibe. And Prince said, "What, you think I can't make a hit?" I said, "No, I didn't say that. I said, I'm just letting you know that the same people who put you where you are, you're losing that audience. The music is changing and you're losing that audience." And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, you know how it is.
You're freezing up a little bit, Robin. Everything is frozen on your side. Like the image of you is frozen. I hear nothing.
Are we
Now
back?
you're back. You're back. You're back.
Oh, I disappeared. Look, I'm reading it. It's talking about move closer to your router. My router is everywhere. So
Oh,
let me.
okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's just my whole screen just went blah. All right.
You're good. You're back.
So that's Prince stepping in saying, "Yo, I'm here." Okay, so Prince said to me, "Robin, Black music has a glass ceiling." He said, "Pop music and alternative other music doesn't have a glass ceiling." And
Mm,
I needed to burst through that
mm,
glass ceiling. I said, "That's fine and dandy. Like, that's cool. But you don't want to lose your core audience, Prince. It's just so important." And he said to me again, "So you think I can't make a hit?" I said, "I know that you can make a hit. I
mm,
just wanted to bring this to your awareness." Prince sat there. When I say maybe 8 minutes, it literally might have been 8 minutes.
mm.
Prince said, "I'll be back." Or not that he'll be back, like just kind of like stay here. And he walked out with the
Yeah.
security, some of the security, some stayed with us who was there and then went with him. So all of a sudden, Dwayne comes in and he says, "You are going back to the house in the Hollywood Hills." I'm like, "Why? Why am I going back to the house in the Hollywood Hills?" He said, "Because Prince went to Minneapolis." And I said, "What?" He said, "Prince is going back to Minneapolis and told me to take you to the house." So I went to the house. I get a call like the next afternoon telling me to be on the red eye that night at 11 o'clock. So it was 24 hours from the time he left the club to the time that I was called to get back on a plane and come back to Minneapolis.
Mhm.
So when I go back to Minneapolis, I'm on the red eye. When I get off the plane and I get into the limo, I tell the driver, take me to the house so I can wash and freshen up and all this kind of stuff. And the driver said, "No, Prince said bring you straight to the studio." That has never happened in the history of me traveling back and forth. It was always leeway time for you to either go to the hotel, to Prince's house, go to my apartment when I had an apartment to freshen up. At that time, I was going to go to Prince's house, and the limo driver says, "No, Prince said bring you straight to the studio." So I went straight to the studio, and when I walked in Studio A, Prince says, "Sit down." And I said, "Okay," and I sit down. He said, "No, no, 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 stand up, stand up." I said, "Okay, I'll stand up." So I was like a beat meter. When Prince would make songs, I would go to the speaker. Like if it drew me in, I would automatically go as close to the speaker as possible
Mhm.
and kind of put my ear on it to hear the beat or the drums, and then I would dance or whatever response you would get from me. And that comes from dancing in house music clubs when I was a teenager in Chicago, the underground clubs. I was a house music like head, and I would go and walk straight to the speaker and dance by the loudest speaker all night long
Yeah.
until my clothes were literally drenching in sweat. So when Prince said stand up, he put get off on.
Okay.
Think about this now. He told me I could write a hit. You think I can't write a hit? Goes to Minneapolis, brings me in the studio, and then the first beats that I hear is from Get Off. Get Off is one of the funkiest, best songs Prince has ever written. By far, when it
Yeah.
comes to a dance song, that
Yeah.
is one of the best songs.
Yeah.
And that's the song that he played. And when Prince played that song, I don't like to call Prince a he because Prince was very much for me a he and a she. So when Prince wrote that song and played that for me, and then I heard the whole butterscotch curly hair and all that kind of stuff, I heard the lyrics. I just I was floored, number one, because you do know that became a number one song. They had him performing it everywhere. Everybody absolutely loved it. And what happened? He literally drew his entire Black audience right back in. Like at the snap of a finger, Black people love that song.
Wow.
And
Yeah. So
it's not a Black or a white thing, but and I don't want to make it a racial thing whatsoever, but we do know Black culture is different when it comes to music.
yeah.
So that song was him proving that at the drop of a hat, if he wanted to be funky enough to get Black people to dance and be a part of something, that he had the power to do that. That Prince had the power to do that. And
So
that was just a great story. I love that story.
that was a great story. So basically, we have the song "Get Off" because of you.
Yes, yes, because I challenged. It was a
Right.
challenge, definitely.
Very, very cool story.
And not only was it the song, but the whole the visuals. I had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
I've been trying to get you on
okay.
over the last couple of years because this year marks the 35th anniversary of Graffiti Bridge.
March 3rd is my birthday.
March 3rd.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I've been trying to get you on before this year is over with so we can kind of celebrate the 35th
Okay.
anniversary of Graffiti Bridge. But I'm glad you came on.
35 years. That's incredible, huh?
Yeah, maybe we can make that happen before the month is over. If not, we'll do it anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, so how did how did you and Prince actually meet? I don't know if that's been answered before.
Well, actually, I have answered that question in interviews before. Would you like to know the first time or the second time? Because I actually met Prince twice.
Okay, I guess we'll go with the first time.
Okay. The first time I was 17 years old, and I had went to the Dirty Mind tour with my stepsister, my half sister, Kimberly, and we went to the Dirty Mind tour. And when I went to the Dirty Mind tour, I was sitting in the balconies and I told we were literally in the nosebleeds. And I told my sister, Kimberly, I said, we will never sit in the nosebleeds ever again at a Prince concert. I promise you. So when Purple Rain came along, going to the Purple Rain tour, I decided that we were going to sleep outside for Prince concert tickets. So we were at the ticket counter area, sleeping outside for tickets, and there was a long line, and we were somewhere in the middle of the line. So as the night went on, I told my sister, I said, "There's no way we're going to get really good seats at the where we are in this line." I said, "We have to get to the front of this line." And Kimberly was like, "Well, how are we going to do that?" I was like, "Just hold on, I got it." So I literally started talking to people all the way down the line, like talking to people, asking them, "Please, can I go in front of you? I really, need to get these tickets. I need to get front row seats." And people were very, very kind. God was definitely working some magic that day, because every single last person let me go in front until we were in the front of the line.
Cool.
When we got to the counter, I heard one of the ticket ladies say, "We just sold 300 tickets." And I'm like, "What?" And I look at my sister and I'm like, "Oh my God, 300 tickets. The front row is going to be gone." And the woman in front of me said, "Where do you want to sit?" And I was like, looking at the whole thing, and she was pointing at the front. And she was like, "Where do you want to sit?" I said, these two, please, these two. And she was like, "How many nights?" I said, "All 4 nights." And she gave me the 2 front row seats right in front of the microphone. So before the 300 tickets were processed, an angel pointed at the front row in front of the microphone and said, "Girl, these are the seats that you want." And I bought those seats for 4 nights for Kimberly and I, and we got our seats. So I was 17. I had just graduated high school. I had my own apartment. I just got out of high school, had my own place, but I was still only 17 years old. And we went to the concert and we had front row seats. I had on a purple blazer, a white button down shirt, a purple bow tie, and a white mini skirt and high heels. So I looked like a boy with a bow tie on from the top, and I looked like a girl with a mini skirt on from the bottom.
Wow.
And every night that Prince came out to perform, he walked up to me and handed me out of his own hands gifts. So the first night, well, I can't remember exactly which night was which, but I received a guitar pick, I received a tambourine, I received some lace panties, and I received a carnation, a big white carnation. So every night that I was there, Prince deliberately made me feel absolutely special by saying, "This is for you." And after the fourth night of the concert, for the different nights that I wore all my little different outfits, that last night that I had that bow tie on, after the concert was over and Prince left the stage, my sister says, "Well, what are we going to do now?" I said, "Don't move. Just stay right here. Just don't move." So we stood there and we waited. Miko Weaver came out and said, "Prince would like to invite you to the after party." And I was totally, totally elated. I was listening to God tell me what to do step by step. And I told my sister, "Okay, we're going to the Park West." But I didn't have an ID. I was not old enough to get in the Park West. And if I'm not mistaken, she was only 20. I don't even think she was old enough at the time. So we went to the Park West and I was outside. I know I did not have an ID. Were standing outside and I said, "We can't get in here without out an ID." And Kimberly was like, "I know. What are we going to do?" I said, "Don't move. Just wait right here." I think me and Prince have had telepathy since
Mm.
I heard his album. That's all I can think.
Yeah.
Chick comes to the door, points at her and I, and tells security, "Let them in." We go in, and Chick leads us to the VIP area, but it's roped off with the velvet rope. There are people on one side, and Kimberly and I were on the other side in a line. So it's like a line of one person, not people behind you, just kind of like a nice organized line on both sides. So that as Prince could walk through, Prince could like say hi, shake your hand, or whatever. I so happened to have had a gift that I was carrying with me the last evening because a friend, a female friend, had asked me, if you ever see Prince, can you give him this gift? I didn't know what was in the gift. I knew what the gift was, but I
Mm.
didn't know what was in the letter in the gift because it wasn't my letter. It was her letter to Prince. There was a Pierrot doll in the box with a little teardrop, really pretty cute little doll. So at that concert and in the VIP, I had this gift in my hand. Prince walks up, and as he's walking up, shaking everyone's hand, he reaches for my hand. Prince reaches for my hand and says, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Prince. And I said, hi, I'm Robin. And then I said, and this is my sister Kimberly. And then he met Kimberly. I said, I have a gift for you. He said, a gift for me? And I said, yes, a gift for you. I said, it's from a friend. I made that very clear. It's from a friend. Prince took the gift and said, thank you, stared at me for quite some time, and then proceeded down the line to meet all the people and then went in VIP. VIP, Vanity popped in, Sheila E. popped in, Morris and Jerome were there. So different people were in the VIP area. Now, when Prince got in VIP, they had these really big columns. Prince started playing peekaboo,
Typical.
going back and forth behind the columns. Now, like I said before, there were a lot of people in the line. He could have been playing peekaboo with anybody, but
Yeah.
I felt like he was playing peekaboo with me. So Prince was playing peekaboo. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We're looking at each other. He Prince socializes with the people in the VIP area for a minute and then leaves. The whole VIP goes out the back door and they clear out. I didn't get invited into VIP. My sister says again, what do we do? And I said, wait. So we waited, and then what happened? Miko comes back out and says, we're all going over to the Hyatt. Meet us over there. We all go to the Hyatt, and we're in the Hyatt, and everybody's just talking. And we actually met Morris and met Jerome, and we're talking to everybody, and Jimmy, and um, I met Jesse Johnson. Jesse, I don't think Jimmy was there. Jesse was there. Met Jesse. So we're meeting all these different people, and I'm I see Vanity. I see Vanity and I meet Vanity, and Vanity's standing there, and she's standing in front of me in all her beauty and all her glory and all her fabulousness. And
Yeah.
I'm just looking at her going, girl, I am bisexual, but I'm only 17. Oh my God, if you just knew the things I would do to you.
Wow.
Even though I was 17, I had my own apartment. I had been, doing things for quite some time by now. And I just was in such awe that I was standing in front of to what I thought was the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
Right.
And so I met Vanity. The whole time I'm looking for Prince, looking for Prince, looking for Prince. Like, what corner is he going to come around? When, where? We've been invited. Where's Prince? And Prince never manifested that night. Prince did not come out. Prince did not come over. But we got a chance to party and hang out with Morris and Jerome and Vanity. And the thing was that at that time, lip syncing was really, really, really popular.
Mm.
So my sister and I and a girl named Cassandra were on the lip syncing circuit as Vanity and Apollonia 6. So the thing is that Morris, Jerome, and Vanity had all gotten wind that these three girls were out there that were the girls that were making a kind of name for themselves for being these lip syncers at all these different competitions and in the clubs and in high school talent shows. Like we were the high school talent show Vanity and Apollonia 6. And they knew that. So it was almost like Vanity was coming up like, hey, this is so you're the girl that's doing the lip syncing of me kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yes. And I didn't find out that they really got wind of that till later, till much, much, much later. Did I find out that they actually knew who we were. But I did find that out. So that was the first time I met Prince. I gave Prince a gift. Prince played peekaboo with me, made sure that I got gifts and invited me to the after party, and then vanished into the night air for the
Oh
rest
wow.
of the evening. That was the first time. And
Yeah.
then the second time is a whole nother story. Yeah.
Okay, we can save that. We can save that
Okay.
as an incentive to get you on again.
But you know what that made me do, right? Imagine
So,
17 years old being treated that way by Prince. All it made me do was focus that much harder and on manifesting my destiny with Prince. And that's
yeah,
exactly what I did.
you did that in fact.
Prince was my destiny. Yes, definitely.
Clearly, that was evident because we saw you in Graffiti Bridge, and I know there's a story behind that as far as how you were casted for that movie.
Yes.
But we'll talk about that. I hate to cut you short, but I'm kind of at my limit here tonight. I got another event to attend, but I really, really appreciate you coming on. Long time coming.
This was a lot of fun when you get to know me, and I'm not so nervous now that we've met.
Yeah,
I'm not so nervous. I have some fabulous, I don't like to call them stories, I like to call them realities.
yeah,
So I have some fabulous realities with Prince, and it's just like the never ending story. And the one thing that I do want to say is before you go is that Chocolate Tiger Productions,
yeah.
this my production company, which is a multimedia entertainment company for adults, which does music, body art, and fashion, is going to create the Paradise for the Children of Haiti and Africa private foundations.
Oh, nice.
So what I do, there's a method to my madness. I'm not just out here doing this for nothing.
Right.
And anyone who would like to join in working with me as an artist, as a producer. I'm a singer, I'm a rapper, I'm a dancer, I'm a visual artist. I paint, I sculpt. I am art. I am music. And I just want you to Google Robin Power Royal. I would like for you guys to Google Power Angel Baby, all one word, just Power Angel Baby, and Google Chocolate Tiger Productions, all one word. Put Chocolate Tiger and Productions together. Each one is going to take you to a separate universe. And these are things that I create on my own. I produce all my own music. I do all my own graphic design. I do all my own videography. I do my own fashion line. I write all my own lyrics. Everything you see is authentically me. And IMVU is a playground for adults. And when I say you can do everything that you can do in real life on IMVU, when I say everything, baby, 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 I mean everything. You can even have sex on IMVU. So come join, have fun. I didn't say you can have sex with me. I just said you can have sex. But come and join IMVU and come and play at my strip clubs and my casinos and watch me dance. I can do things on IMVU that Instagram won't let me do, but go check out my ex at Power Angel Baby. You'll kind of see a little bit more into the IMVU world because on X, you could do a lot more. So go check it out, okay? Happy
All right.
birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you
Happy
joining tonight.
birthday.
So
All right.
everybody check out Robin Power and all her socials and go to all the links that she just told you about. And I'm sure you will enjoy everything that she's got going on, and she's still out there doing it, man. I appreciate it.
So, Russell, wait, can I sing happy birthday to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I'm going to do a little something. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday, dear Russell. Happy birthday, boy. Happy birthday, boy. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Oh,
Happy
you
birthday,
better.
Russell.
Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate it.
welcome, love. Thank you for inviting me. This was fun. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I
Absolutely.
said, y'all sitting in my bed right now, so it don't get no more comfortable than this. Y'all lounging in the bed with me. I
There you
love
go.
it. Enjoy.
Thank you
Oh,
so
I'm on
much.
Twitch too. Twitch. Twitch at Power Royal 1.
Twitch
Check it
at
out.
Power Royal 1. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it'll introduce you to IMVU as well. I'm on there live, and I'm also on there as Chocolate Tiger IMVU girl. You get to listen to my music. I have New Power Visual Radio on Twitch at Power Royal 1. Spell out ONE 1. Okay, check it
Nice.
out. All right.
Got you.
You have a
Thanks. We'll
good night,
talk
love.
soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
All right. There you go, Purple family. Little Robin Power there for you from Graffiti Bridge, Robin Power Royalty. Make sure you check out all of her socials. Those of you who joined in tonight, I appreciate it so much for celebrating with me. Time now is 7:13 Eastern Standard. I've gone 13 minutes beyond, but I really appreciate everybody who hung out with me tonight. Thanks to my guests who joined in tonight, Robin Power Royalty, and also her friend Cindy. And sorry that my other guests didn't show up tonight, but I'm sure they were here in spirit. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, head over to YouTube. Check me out there, Freakopotamus Podcast. Like and subscribe, follow, and hit the bell for future notifications for whenever I drop a new episode. You'll be notified. And also my other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. And I have a couple of Facebook groups, all under the handle the Freakopotamus Podcast. So until next time, we will talk to you later. And as I always say, live, love, dream, y'all. Peace.